The best Korean martial arts movie came out less than 3 years ago, but it's already a classic. Martial arts have a long history in cinema, across multiple industries across the world, including South Korea. Over the years, martial arts have been an integral part of a multitude of Korean action films, from Arahan to The Man from Nowhere. Among the best to take this direction is The Killer. Upon its limited release in the US and worldwide, The Killer was not very successful at the box office. However, it gained critical and audience success due to its phenomenal action and cinematography, turning it into an all-time classic and one of Korea's best martial arts movies. Following a retired hitman looking after his friend's daughter, the action throughout The Killer is both exciting and realistic in the world. Jang Hyuk's performance keeps the narrative feeling grounded and more realistic, which is something that is less common in more recent action films. What makes The Killer Korea's best martial arts movie? Jang Hyuk and director Jae-hoon Choi worked together before in The Swordsman, and that familiarity is felt throughout. Hyuk stole every action scene, with his fluid movements and utilization of surroundings being captured excellently by Choi. In addition, the action was kept very realistic, with most of it being done through hand-to-hand combat or handguns. It gave the movie a more genuine feeling, keeping it grounded and allowing its characters to react as if it were real. The camera is focused on showing as much detail as possible, allowing the audience to see all the pain being inflicted. This movie doesn't immediately get into the action, as it takes time to build up the emotional story between Hyuk's Bang Gi-lang and Seo Young Lee's Kim Yun-jae. Despite not being related to each other, Bang takes his promise to keep Kim safe very seriously, showing the bond between them. By spending more time with them before jumping into all of the fighting, you gain a better sense of why these things are happening and care for the characters a bit more. How The Killer is different compared to Western martial arts movies. One of the reasons this film is so successful is that it feels like John Wick in a certain sense. The basic premises are very similar, and the motivations of the main characters are as well. However, The Killer has an easier time explaining their plot than John Wick. By spending more time on the emotional aspect and setting up the conflict, The Killer's action feels more rewarding and earned. Both movies have aspects that allow them to succeed in their story, and The Killer was able to use some of its predecessors to make itself better. Western martial arts movies tend to supplement the action with some degree of humor, as is the case with several of Jean-Claude Van Damme movies. The Killer, however, has no need of lighthearted moments. It focuses more on the characters and their motivations, setting up a genuine bond before jumping into the fight sequences. While a few laughs here and there wouldn't hurt, this leans more towards an action/thriller like Kill Bill. The focus on action and story separates The Killer from the new trends, but the lack of comedy helps keep the focus clear and makes the movie that much better.